From across the sea, it lingered there to touch your hair. Walk with me. All summer long we sang a song and strolled that golden sand. And Sergio's here in Cordeco. Z-Man, oink, Diddy, Krusty Bomb, Wolverine. Oh, old ham Dustin? Licks is here, Alabama style. Yeah, that's right, Licks. Dragon of Hatred, Unboo, Erwin Elf. Hey, good to see you again, pal. Mr. Badlands, Poop Edition. LT Hennessy, good to see you. Drunken Cannon, Bobby Berries, Mad Max, Lemsat, Milog. Everybody's here today. Looking like a double wide surprise, god damn. Cordeco, that's one of the greats of all time. I can see the future. Oh no, they can see me. it's, I, I don't remember. You guys have been with me on all those adventures. I don't remember anything ever making me laugh any harder than that. That was just so hysterical. I mean, there are some that equaled it, like Brandon Rogers and the joke's on you, gay shit. I don't read English. This stuff like that, but nothing any funnier. Oh, and of course, I can't control my body. Jack Queen says, "Oh, your shirt is back on. What about my gratification?" Well, you know, YouTube is definitely having a difficult time dealing with my level of gratification inspiring. So, of course, we will continue to make that more and more uncomfortable for them. Well, thank you, Zeno. He says, "Hey, you sexually gratifying man." Can you guys, I mean, seriously, I like to think it's not just me. Can you guys believe that? How either broken or corrupt is a system like that? Now, you can talk about it, and this is why it's really fascinating to me. We've talked about shadow banning and things like that on social media. We've been talking about it for a couple of years now. At least, like, if you're talking about Twitter, Facebook, whatever, and somebody gets banned from that platform because of a violation of terms of service, and then someone else says, well, this other person did something that's the same thing. It's not actually the exact same thing. And that's what they rely on. They say, well, no, what they said, we believe, inspires people to commit acts of atrocity. The other one does not. In this case, in my case, what we're going through, the content that is in question is exactly the same. We're watching the exact same video. Now, I'm still going out on a limb assuming that it was the content within the video I was watching that they felt was too sexually overt and not just my face, but now I could be wrong. So it could be just this sexual gratification. But if it's not, that's bizarre. I've never seen that anywhere before. Any type of social media where the exact same thing, one person not only gets taken down for it, appeals it, and gets the appeal upheld. Now, at least now, there's no longer any doubts about, well, Curtis is being paranoid that they're out to get him. I think I got it proven now. I feel YouTube has gone to politics. Oh, for some time, Z-Man. Yeah, political correctness, absolutely. Barry says, take the shirt off. We're ending with a bang. Lemsat says, where else can you see such a gratifying face? Nowhere, folks. Only here. That's what I'm saying. You'd think YouTube would embrace that. You'd think they would embrace my face. And there's a lot of comments I could make about how Susan should go about embracing it and stuff, but we'll let those go for now. Hey, Z-Man took over as stream boss. Lick says, since YouTube officially considers you sexually gratifying, true, could we maybe get that nip slip? Give YouTube what they want? Come on. I don't know though, Licks. I'm almost hesitant because I feel like I'm giving YouTube themselves far too much gratification. I love to share it with you guys, but obviously, well, right now the stream probably at YouTube HQ, there's just like hordes of people all gathered around a large monitor, and most people with at least one hand not visible. You can only imagine. Yeah, exactly. Fluffy says sexiest man on YouTube, Dwayne Johnson. Who? Yeah, who? I I thought I'd heard that name, but we're talking sexy, so there's there's no sense in even considering anyone else. BTG says a joke. What's black and blue and red all over? A YouTube creator that's not in the top 1%. Yeah, ain't that the goddamn truth, BTG? Ain't that the truth? I have not heard back. If you guys watched the latest video, I have not heard back from them. I'll double check because I didn't check before we started. I've not heard back from them on Twitter. Oh, here's a notification. Let's see. Nope, just somebody following me. But in fairness, I'll probably have to. I just noticed that shit. I'll probably have to tag Team YouTube in a tweet again, because when I responded to them the last time, I just noticed I didn't re-tag them, and so I have to do that to make sure it's seen. And now the good thing is, now if you guys again watch that video, now YouTube opened the door saying basically, well, there's more that can be done. So now I got to let that play out, because if I do end up taking this to a lawyer, now I have even more to bring to them, where they've at least insinuated there's something more that can be done other than an appeal, just in case they don't do more than that. Z-Man says, what's the point of age restrictions? And as far as I know, Z-Man, somebody said, I haven't checked. If any of you are up for it, if you wouldn't mind, check this for us. Last I knew, somebody said that Meet's video, the video in question, is not even age restricted. And again, nor should it be. That's why they have YouTube Kids. It's creepy. It's supposed to be creepy. But it's satire. It's humor. It's no creepier than like Tim Burton creations or anything. Zeno says YouTube is also telling you to do OnlyFans. Yeah, it almost gets to where they're forcing my hand to where I have to. I mean, if I'm this sexually gratifying, it seems unfair not to do an OnlyFans. Exactly, Francis. He says, finna bust a nut because of how sexually gratifying Curtis is. I understand. Okay, Mr. Badlands, check. Nope, not even age restricted. So the original video is not even age restricted. Our reaction to that video, worthy of a strike. Jesus Christ. Krusty Bomb says, didn't they kind of disown YouTube Kids? Did they? I don't know, Krusty. Could be. I don't know. It's possible. LT says they're trying to catch you lacking in 4K, but Big Curtis will never be caught lacking. You're not EDP. You're not Shane Dawson. You're Curtis freaking Candy to go. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I wish they would recognize that. But yes, I'm not, and I'm not certainly a person of wealth. But if this stands, if the takedown of this video, I am absolutely going to contact lawyers. Now, whether or not I can convince them I have a case remains to be seen. But that's why I need YouTube to get back to me on Twitter, because I'm not going to contact, as I said in that video, I'm not going to contact a lawyer by calling them up and going, YouTube made me upset. Can you do something? I mean, I'm going to write out very specifically, very distinctly, exactly everything that's transpired and lay out exactly how that affects me, and see what we can do. And maybe, I'm hoping an attorney will see it as even something that could be taken up as class action. We'll see. Breaking news, Curtis not high society, Jack says. Z-Man says, I feel YouTube has gone rogue in deciding what is age restricted and what's not. I think they've gone rogue, yeah, in a lot of their decisions. What is the point in age restrictions where kids have access to the web to whatever the hell they want? Very true. If it's taken down as canon, right, Duke? And I don't get it at all. And again, that's the mind-boggling part to me. We're not talking about similar content and mine got taken down. We're talking about identical content where mine got taken down and others did not. It's just, like I say, it's mind-numbing. Oh, and I just want to give you guys a heads up, just in case I have to leave. Supposedly, the van that you guys helped us get for Nay is supposed to be here from Virginia today. So far, I haven't heard anything on it, but if I get now, especially with it being later, if I get a text, I'm going to have to that it's in, I'm going to have to shoot right out of here to make sure I can get it done still during business hours. But I just wanted to give you guys a heads up in case it happens. Mistress says, do you think the Blizzard situation will result in change, or will they just lose some money and nothing really improves? Well, from what Chrome showed me yesterday, with a better understanding of what the accusations are, I think it's gonna result in change. I think they're going to lose a significant amount of money to where it's going to have to result in change. And again, that's just my opinion. I'm not, proclaiming them guilty of anything. Just asking my opinion from what it sounds like and from all the different people who have complaints. Yeah, I think they're in a world of shit. Absolutely true. Z-Man says, unfortunately, it's about who's making them the most money to whom gets the most breaks. Right. I can show you guys. Do you guys want to see? It's up to you. Do you guys want to see? I've told you before that I could tell exactly when they started limiting our channel's reach, when they ghosted us almost. Do you guys, if you want, I can call those stats up and just show you the graph. It's stunning to see. You see exactly where it happened if you want. Chrome says it wouldn't be the first time I've seen that sort of thing swept under the rug. Gearbox's CEO had a USB full of child porn and nothing happened. I think, though, I agree, Chrome. It could be. I don't think it will in this situation when you have that many people involved and that many people affected. Yeah, you guys want to see that? Okay, hold on. I'll be away from the chat for just a second. Let me go. I didn't think about it. I would have pulled it up sooner for you guys. Let me put it in a new window. Takes me a second to find it. Okay, analytics, and then I'll screen grab it for you guys. Now we want, what is it? Engagement, I think, is the one that. Oh yeah, well, we got to do it over a lifetime. Well, actually, we can just do it since the start. Let's do it. Let me do it on a custom, because it started in like March of 2020. So let's go back to, let's go back to October of 2019. Then the graph won't be as long, so you guys can see exactly what took place. Okay, now let me, that's, there's audience. Okay. Let's see, and that's, okay, let me pull up this page. Fan game update, Willie says, I've started making assets and have a map laid out. Oh, cool. Willie's making a fan game, a Spazzoids comedy fan game. That's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to that. All right, let me get you guys a screen grab. Like I say, on Streamlabs, it's much more difficult than XSplit. Okay. Let me move that over so you can see. There you guys go. That now as you can see, this was October 2020, and you have day-to-day changes. If you look at the bar graph, yeah, but it all stays in the same basic area. And if I took this back even further, you'll see it always gradually goes up. But then we got into like March of 20. Let's see, was it? No, it was March of 2021. What was I saying? 2020, 2021. And boom, just falls off a cliff and continues dropping, and then levels out and boom, drops some more. There's no reason. The content didn't change or anything. Let me even put this lifetime. So it looks like the content didn't change. See, they don't, if they'd let me, wish they'd let me spread it out more so you could actually see it. I don't know why they put it in such a small area. But here you go. This is going back in December 2020. Everything's still going good. And that one really shows it. Look at that fall off on that graph. That's insane. And and listen, if I honestly believed that it was just, a change in content that people didn't like or something, I wouldn't have a problem with that. But there was no change in content. We were doing the same things all along. Okay, let me remove this. That is a precipitous drop off, and it happened all at once. It was just boom, hit you, gone. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Z-Man says not advertising them, but look what happened to the Bell Life. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar, Z-Man. I'm not sure what happened there, pal. You'd have to enlighten me more. No, and I don't have a problem with anybody talking about other channels or anything on here. I mean, we don't have people coming in advertising their channel, but it's part of the conversation. I don't have a problem with that. Sticky Sauce says, oh, and Hasbro bosses now support critical race theory, and they're adding it to new content. This version of it is the belief that babies can be born racist. But that, again, they do that. They're looking for points from the mob. It's what goes on a great deal of the time in modern society. What I think happened was, you guys know a lot of our streams, especially back then, before I started saying fuck it, I don't care. I would have to delete our streams because of jokes we told or topics we tackled. I didn't want the strike issues. So now the only ones I actually delete are the ones where we do the reaction clips or the video clips. But I was deleting them, and I think it was in that time when we would talk about things, and specifically we would talk about how PC culture was annoying to all of us and it was stupid and blah blah blah. It just seems awful coincidental that those were conversations we were having at that time when we got whacked like that. Let's see. Z-Man says the Bell Life essentially was headhunted by YouTube and struck down quicker than any channel I've seen. Really? Well, that's one of the reasons I posted that video today, because look, I don't know that YouTube, I'm not going to make that accusation, is looking to get the channel ousted. But given what we've gone through over the past months, and that there's something as egregious as us getting a warning leading towards a potential strike for content that everybody else posts at will, that's a concern. So it seems like I was waiting for, in the coming days, to have them go back through all our old videos and say, oh, this one too, this one too, this one too, you're gone. And I'm still not sure that won't happen. My 6th subscriber says, when the pandemic started, I started using another account and it took me forever to find you again. Before you were in my recommended and everything. Does this have anything to do with YouTube? It has everything to do with them, pal. Yeah, our recommendations have gone into the tank. They are wildly uneven and a fraction of what they used to be. Exactly. Jack Queen says it's not possible to be born racist. You don't even recognize your own reflection until 16 months. I mean, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ludicrous. Born racist? But again, it's just people looking for points from the mobs now. That's what a lot of society is anymore. How can I impress the echo chambers? Well, you know how we can increase sales? Let's find something to be offended about, and let's lead the way in eviscerating the offenders. Oh boy, we'll make some sales then. Sticky Sauce says, like I said, it's ironic SJWs call opponents Nazis yet support stuff like babies are born racist. Ideas are identical to Nazis. Absolutely. 100% right. Chrome says, just finished seeing the Noblesse reaction, by the way. Great series, but Crunchyroll really screwed up by skipping the series' first arc. Wrote about in the comments. Oh, really, Chrome? Oh, yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, I enjoyed that first episode. That was fun. Really. And then it took me, well, you guys will see over at the Goosh, I watched that first episode of ReZero, had completely forgotten I had watched the first few before they had actually gotten sponsored prior. And then I start watching it, it's like, wait a second, this is familiar. So it was cool because now that I remember it, that was really fun first few episodes. I'm really, really hyped for that now. Hey, Tom Lewis, good to have you back, pal. Good to see you. Remember quite a couple of years ago where I sent a few bits of UK football memorabilia and sweet chocolate. Went back yesterday to watch open them. Do you still have them? I have everything that's been sent to me, pal. And now, could I tell you right off the top of my head where it is? If it's not on this shelf, or, well, that shelf is mostly anime stuff, or the top there, I have separate boxes in my other room of stuff that you guys have sent and that I want to rotate in. I also, and just noticed this the other day, I also have packages from Asia. I had stopped promoting, I don't put our PO box out anymore because I just started feeling uncomfortable with people sending stuff just because you guys do so much to support us already. And it's just like, okay, I'm not gonna promote that anymore. But I forgot I've got packages still to open. Holy crap, I wonder how old they are. Should I go over and look at a postmark date? What do you guys think? I just, they're sitting right over there. Holy crap. It's stunning how feeble my brain is. Well, they sit behind my green screen, or mostly shaded or covered by my green screen, and I completely forgotten to do a last unboxing video when I had stopped promoting that. Hold on. Well, hold on a second, guys. I'll have to walk away from for a second. Let me go see if I can see a postmark. Let's see. No. This is awful. I've got a package right here. This is from Ronnie Elza. I'm sure. I hope he didn't mind me saying that. I'm sure he wouldn't. The expected delivery day on this 9/15/2018. What the fuck did I do? I just looked over and saw all this stuff here. Holy crap. Oh man. Yeah, 9/15/2018. Well, needless to say, I got to make an unboxing. There's a few other packages, or not packages, looks like envelopes over there. Yeah. Well, what happened was, like I said, I stopped promoting. I took that, took that P.O. box out of the description of all our videos and stuff, and then I forgot I had one more to make. Let me see what else is over here. Some of this stuff, because it's a mix, some of this stuff is just my stuff. Here's another one. Oh my. Yep, they are from 2018. Holy crap. I guess I gotta. Oh, I guess. Oh, please don't open me. Licks box says. I guess I need to make an unboxing video. Holy shit. Oh, wow. Barry says, "Licks your sacrifices for the greater good." Well, I will. What I'll have to do is make an unboxing vid, pal. Just so people that sent the stuff can can see it, because nobody will think to watch in this live stream when it goes live to the channel to look for their box to be opened. Holy crap. Big Green says, the people who sent you those still subscribe to this channel. I don't know. I'd have to go through them and see. Sometimes, because I get, until I open them, sometimes I don't recognize, because a lot of people, it's just screen names here and then, real names on the package. And then when I open it, I find out what their screen name was. So it's hard to say until I actually open them. Rick says, if you're going to open me, at least promise you'll use a knife. Chrome says, by the way, on brighter news, they're showing off art for the new Dragon Ball film on a live stream. Piccolo is no longer homeless. Oh, that's cool. Oh, it's a live stream on Twitter? That's kind of cool. Good old Dragon Ball. Piccolo got a slightly refreshed design, and he isn't homeless now. My boy cannot stop winning. That's cool. Hold on, let me see. I should make sure I didn't miss any. Oh, Timothy says, hope there's no food. Yeah, me too, pal. Oh, can you imagine what that food's going to look like? Oh, shit. This is good. That's going to be a fascinating unboxing. Okay, got all caught up. Mark Barker was right. The P.O. box packages and green screens were all one sham. Bet you the packages were green screened in. Luckman says the South Park clip where one of the generals says to Cartman, "Hey kid, you're a little faggot," while watching him dancing to the song "Touch My Body" is hilarious. Fuck, one of the funniest clips. I remember that one. Right at the end there, where wasn't it? Who had that clip of him? Or who did he think had that clip of him dancing? Butters, right? Butters had it. Jackass is returning too. I heard something about that sticky sauce. I like those. I like the Jackass films. Thanks, Marcus. That's nice of you to say. Lewis says, "Wow, really that long ago? Just feels yesterday. I remember sending all that stuff across the pond. Absolutely crazy. It's stunning how fast. I mean, I know it's an old adage, but it's so true. It really is stunning how quickly time goes by. It's amazing to me." Okara says, "Yeah, I found out about the Dragon Ball movie about 5 minutes ago. Apparently, it's called Dragon Ball Superhero." Yeah, Chrome told me about it the other day. Okara, yeah, that's pretty. I'm hyped for it. Nolan says Susan's watching like he just turned around and walked away. Far too much banned. That would not even surprise me a little bit. Let me double check. I'll keep an eye here just so you guys can stay with me on it. Make sure Twitter hasn't responded. Hold on. Let me. I'll really quick. I'll be away from chat for a second. Let me retype that response to them. So in fairness to them, before I say anything about them ignoring it, they because they may not see it because I didn't retag them again. Let's see. Okay, I'll just put apologies. Forgot to tag you in last response at Team YouTube. Am I to understand there is a process beyond the appeal I've already filed? If so, please advise so I can decide what to do on my end. Honestly, please advise so I can. Please advise. Oh, I shouldn't. Let's proceed. Have hold on, guys. I'm just trying to finish writing this up. I'll be right back to the chat. Okay, I just tweeted them back. We'll see what happens. If we get it during the stream, I'll let you guys know. Okay, let me make sure I didn't miss any of the super chats. We is good. Okay. Luckman says, "It's ironic people hate Brian for being a douche in Family Guy, yet they're perfectly comfortable with Meg being treated like this by family. Each their own, of course. I just find it funny." Well, I think I think it's just hard, not at some level, to find Brian annoying because he's so haughty. You know, and he's got this undeserved arrogance about him. Basically, Brian is supposed to be a douchebag. Now, Meg is definitely treated wildly unfairly, but I think that's that's brushed off as just comedic element, whereas with Brian, he makes people grit their teeth just because he's so douchey in the way he presents himself. Oh, let's see. It says, "Where's the '80s saxophone music?" Downward says, "Brian is a smug fart sniffer." Yeah, that's what I mean, and I think that's certainly going to generate a lot more heat having that type of attitude than just something that people see as comedic relief in everybody being mean to Meg. But you're right. If you break it down, it's sad the way they treat her because she doesn't deserve it. Brian does. She doesn't. Chrome says, Family Guy creators know people think Brian is an ass. They even make fun of it, yet they still use him as the voice of reason. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, you're right, Chrome. He's like, he's intelligent, but not nearly as intelligent as he thinks he is. And I think that's one of the things that makes him so unlikable. Luke says, Family Guy is a pretty shit anime. Let's be real. Sticky Sauce says Brian is actually malevolent, but sees himself as bettering society. Thus, he's much too real. We all know a Brian in the world. Yeah, and like I say, it's the way he goes about it. Sticky Sauce. He's just got such an obnoxious way of presenting himself, particularly like when in the different episodes where you'll see him trying to impress or pick up women and stuff like that, and you see just what a complete and total douche he is. Solara says the Family Guy light novel is better. Exactly, Dowlard. Brian's overestimation of himself is what gets me. And he's so pretentious, with presenting himself as a writer. And was it Faster Than the Speed of Love or some stupid shit like that? He named his book. And yeah, even the titles of his works are pretentious as hell. Yeah, true. Sticky Sauce says Peter Griffin at least embraces that he's evil. Yes, absolutely. Oh, Palace of Decay. Oh, says when I was a kid in summer camp, there was a kid like Brian there. Everyone used to fart on his pillow. Gross. Chrome says Pan will have a new design in the Dragon Ball film as well, since she's older now and the film's going to be CGI, but mimic the look of the anime. Think of the graphics from DBZ Kakarot the game. Ah, cool. Very cool. I'm anxious. I'm anxious to see this. This should be fun. I do. Chrome says, remember the time Brian had sex with Quagmire's dad? He tried to act enlightened about the situation before he knew he slept with her. Yeah. Yeah. God, that show is, it really has had a lot of just classically brilliant moments. And then, of course, the Where's My Money, Man? That will always be hysterical to me. And again, I think, that is the same episode with Shibupi. Those are just two of my favorite things ever, and they were in the same episode. Solara says, I knew a lad like Brian. Little shit viewed himself better than everyone else, so he had an undeserved arrogance. Everyone ended up hating him. I guess it's just natural. That and he bullied people. Well, yeah. Once you start bullying people, you've lost any empathy, any sympathy you're ever going to get from me. Yeah, I agreed. Rosa says, Brian is the reason the Chinese eat dogs. Philip responded to Lick says, honestly, I liked it better when Stewie was more evil genius than gay joke. I think I would agree with that. I like the show. A lot of people think it's jumped the shark. I don't agree with that. But as far as within the character, yeah, I liked him better then. And the thing is, he could have still been evil genius if you wanted to throw his obvious sexual leanings in there as well. That's fine. But you're right. It's like there is no more evil genius. Even if he stopped plotting to kill Lois in specific, I liked all his inventions and creations. I think the only thing we get recently at all is his time machine when it's convenient for the plot, right? But I do, yes, I do agree with that, Philip. I liked that version of Stewie, the evil genius thing. Solara says he bullied this guy, poor fucker, and he only bullied him because he knew that the guy was weaker than him and couldn't stand up for himself. Well, that's what I've always said about bullies. That's why to me, if you're bullying someone, regardless, you're a pussy. Because every place I've lived, everywhere I've been in my life, and I've always been into fighting. If you wanted to get in a fight with somebody, there was somebody willing to fight with you. I've never lived anywhere that wasn't the case. So if you're having to try and force people who don't want to fight into a conflict, it's just because you're a pussy. Because you could be out there finding somebody who will actually give it back to you, who will actually go around with you. So there's no excuse for it. Rosa says, Invincible is a family-friendly superhero melodrama romance that you should show your kids to teach them about responsibility. Jeez, Rosa, that show. I just finished up on Invincible over at the Goosh, and wow, that was really, really good. That's A+ stuff right there. Hi, Jeremy. I am just so blown away. And you know what I was afraid of after the first episode, and you have that huge, ridiculous moment, of course, at the end of the first episode. I was like, wow, that's a lot to live up to, and that's a lot to high standards to continue with even through 8 episodes, but they did. The fights are amazing. The fights are so good. Yeah, and I will be posting for those of you who are at YouTube. I will be bringing over. I'll bring over as long as my sexiness doesn't overwhelm YouTube before then. I will be bringing over the rest of the episodes. I brought over the first 2, and I got kind of sidetracked with what's been going on with YouTube the last couple days. But I will bring the rest of them over here. You know. That can't possibly be good. Did you guys hear that? I thought we live very rural. I thought that was a high caliber weapon. I think that was actually a pop from thunder. What the fuck? Hold on a second, guys. I gotta go look out the window here. I honestly think that was an explosion of thunder, because that was followed directly by rumblings. Holy shit. The ATF just shot your dog. Yeah, Philip. Holy crap. I thought Susan was coming to get me. That sounded like a high caliber weapon. And it sounded like it was right in my backyard, too. God damn. It's probably just Peter Griffin falling down the stairs. It did sound like a gunshot. You guys hold on for just a second. Let me just go downstairs, make sure everything's okay with everybody down there. Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, as I was walking down there, I got thinking, you know what I'm thinking it was? I wonder if that was a transformer blowing up on a power line. Let's see. That was amazing. That's exactly what it sounded like to me, is a transformer blowing. It seems everything's okay, Chrome. Carrie, she's our staff and also a friend, is downstairs with Nay, and that's just she's on her phone right now, contacting everybody on Facebook and the local saying, "What the fuck was that?" Willie says, "Also, I am putting the mods into the game. If any of them have a specific way they want to look, DM me on Discord at Willie Plays." Okay, there you go, mods. You're gonna be in the game. Oh, excuse me. This fucking chair thinking this Spaz chair is pissing me off. Jack Queen. Oh, this chair is so much superior to a Spaz chair. Was it Autobot or Decepticon? Yeah, I know, Scott. Unfortunately, guys, just because we have got torrential rains coming down, wasn't even supposed to happen today, I'm going to have to end the stream because most of you know the other day we had torrential rains and my sump pump quit and it flooded my basement, destroyed my water heater. I just replaced the water heater, replaced the sump pump. This torrential downpour this close to the other one, the water's going to be shooting into my basement. So I better get downstairs and just make sure. Shouldn't be any problem because, again, it's a brand new sump pump. So there shouldn't be any issues, but I really better get downstairs and look because I absolutely cannot afford to put in another water heater tomorrow. There's no way. So, yeah, Philip says, for a minute I thought your water heater blew. If it weren't for the fact that I got this window right here, Philip, and it sounded so clearly like it was outside, that would have been one of the things I'd have been afraid of myself. But I think that I'm just guessing. If I find out, I'll post it. I'll let you guys know. It sounded like a transformer blowing to me. We didn't lose power here, but again, a transformer goes, you'll hear that from literally a couple miles away. So I'm wondering, because right after that pop, I heard thunder. I'm wondering if lightning hit a transformer. Wayne says, no, I'm only at half mast. Don't stop yet. Typical Curtis finishing prematurely. You guys are good. But yeah, I better get down there and check. It should, again, I don't want anybody to be concerned. There shouldn't be any issues. It's just I'm a little skittish because of what happened during the week. But again, it's a brand new sump pump. Everything should be fine. But I just don't want to take any chances on that basement filling up with water and going through yet another water heater. But yeah, and fuck Susan, yes. And I will keep you guys posted as best I can, either in videos or even in the community section, as this whole thing with YouTube unfolds on Twitter or wherever. I'll try and keep you guys posted as best I can. But I better get down in the basement. But now, listen, it's Free for All Friday. We got to take a moment for this. We need to have Free for All Friday dispersal of sticky stuff. Now that said, this is explosive sticky stuff. You heard it. You heard it right there. Whatever it was, whether it's a transformer exploding, whether it was a 50 cal being fired at my house, whatever the case was, it was explosive. And what could be better than explosive sticky stuff on a Friday? Now, be very careful with this. It's TNT design. Timothy says, this just in, van gets hit by freak lightning strike. Don't, oh, Timothy, please. No, please, no. Yeah, I'll get the text. Your van is here, but there's been a complication. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Free for All Fridays are great. If something like that's going to happen, you know it's going to be on Free for All Friday. But here it comes. It's explosive sticky stuff. So, feel free to keep some extra in your official sticky stuff fanny packs. But remember, if it explodes, you better have a backup fanny pack because it's going to make a mess. Pampu, pampu, sticky stuff for you, sticky stuff for you, sticky stuff for you, sticky stuff for you. It's like pop rocks coming out of my hand. Sticky stuff for you because we'll bang, okay? Because we'll bang, okay? Flashlight like Buggy. And as always, most importantly, and it's always insanely explosive and ultimately sexually gratifying. Ooh, goosh, 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 goosh. Extra gratifying. Here it comes. Goof.